Jai Hind everyone, I am Prabhat Kumar and I welcome you all to PYQ Academy. In today's video, I am going to discuss the solution of science portion of UPSC CAPF examination 2019. So, let's start our discussion. In the first question, it is given that which one of the following statements is correct. So, in the first statement, it is given that bacteria contain cytoplasm but viruses do not. Option B is given, bacteria contain mitochondria but viruses do not. And then viruses contain mitochondria but bacteria do not. And in the last option, viruses have a cell membrane but bacteria do not. So all these are confusing statements. We need to solve this by having some or applying some logic. We know that in here it is given that in some organism like bacteria, the nuclear region of cell may be poorly defined due to absence of some nuclear membrane, and those organisms are known as prokaryotic. This bacteria is example of prokaryotic, so it lacks membrane bounded cell organelles. Now come to the last option, viruses have cell membrane but bacteria do not. No, viruses are also prokaryotic, that means they are also lacking membrane bounded cell organelles, so it is also wrong. Now come to mitochondria. Mitochondria is a membrane bounded cell organelle, so if only eukaryotic organisms contain mitochondria, so bacteria and virus cannot have mitochondria, so we are left with bacteria. So yes, it is true that prokaryotic organism contain cytoplasm, so they just contain cytoplasm and DNA. So yes, answer is option A. Next, which one of the following will happen if the medium surrounding the cell has higher concentration than the cell? Okay, now the question arises, higher concentration of what? Water or anything. So if it has not given mentioned water, that means there is a higher concentration of any solute. Okay, that means it is a cell and it is surrounding with a solution which is higher concentration of solute. That means water is less here, and there is more water, so water will try to come out and maintain the level of water. So that means the cell will lose water. Okay, and it is also directly given in NCERT. The medium has lower concentration of water, that means higher concentration of solute than cell, the meaning that it is very concentrated. The cell will lose water by osmosis, so cell will lose water. Answer is option D. Next, rough endoplasmic reticulum looks rough under the microscope because of the attachment of which one of the following cell organism? So it is directly taken from NCERT. You can see here, RER look rough under microscope because it has particles called ribosome attached to its surface. So answer is ribosome, and ribosome is known for protein synthesis. Okay, next question, the increase in length of stems and roots, also directly taken from NCERT. Apical meristem is present at growing tips of stems and roots and increases the length of stems and roots. So answer is apical meristem, which will increase the length of stems and roots. Next question, in plant cells the turgidity and rigidity is provided by, directly taken from NCERT. In plant cells, vacuoles are full of cell saps and provide turgidity and rigidity to the cell. So turgidity and rigidity is provided by the vacuoles full of cell saps. Answer is option D. Next question, pollens are produced in. So you can see here, this is known as pistil, which contains stigma, style and ovary, and this is a female reproductive organ, and this is stamen, which is a male reproductive organ which contains anther and filament. Okay, so stamen is a male reproductive part and it produces pollen grains. So stamen produces pollen grains. Okay, and so our answer can be and between anther and filament. Now let's see in the answer it is given answer, so we get our answer option D. Okay, next question. Which one of the following is known as wood split? A repeated asked question, just remember the answer. Answer is option A, methanol. But remember this question, it is very important question. Next question. Which one of the following will not show Tyndall effect? So first of all, we have to know which type of solution will provide Tyndall effect. So a solution, wait. Tyndall effect is provided by a colloidal solution. Okay, because the small size of colloidal particles, we cannot see them with naked eyes, but these particles can easily scatter a beam of visible light as observed, and this scattering of beam of light is called Tyndall effect. So Tyndall effect can only be possible in colloidal solution, and colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so yes, chalk is a heterogeneous mixture. Few drop of milk itself is a colloidal solution, so it is possible. Starch, it is possible, but lime juice, it is a homogeneous mixture. Okay, and homogeneous mixture cannot be a colloidal solution, and so it will not show Tyndall effect. So answer is option B. Okay, next question. Which one of the following are the most favorable conditions of liquefying a gas? Rightly given NCERT, applying pressure and reducing temperature. So apply high pressure and low temperature. So answer is option D. Okay, this is from chapter 2 of class 9. Next question. Aluminium, iron, copper and zinc extracted from, that means what is the ore of aluminium, iron, copper and zinc? So we know that ore of aluminium is bauxite, and if we know, this should be our answer, because in none of the options it is correctly matched. Aluminium should be matched with bauxite respectively, so none of the options is having first place as bauxite, so answer is option A. No need to know this. If you are not known about this, if you are only knowing aluminium, then only you can also solve the question and get the answer. So answer is option A. Next question. Which one of the following does not contain COOH, carboxylic group? Okay, so this is question from higher NCERT. So please remember the answer. Answer is option D, ascorbic acid, that means vitamin C. Okay, the explanation to this question can be is from concept of higher NCERT, so no need to know. Okay, so just remember the answer. It can be asked because it is a factual question. Next question. Soda acid fire extinguisher. So the name suggests there is a mixture of soda and acid. Soda here is nothing but baking soda, and acid here is sulfuric acid. Okay, so you can see here it is also used as soda acid fire extinguisher. It is nothing but baking soda. Baking soda is a mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate. So let's find sodium hydrogen carbonate. Yes. Then potassium carbonate, no. Sodium carbonate, no. Now sulfuric acid and solution of hydrogen carbonate, nitric acid and solution of hydrogen carbonate. So our answer is option A, sulfuric acid, because sulfuric acid, when it mixes with sodium hydrogen carbonate, it will produce CO2, and this CO2 is going to prevent or extinguish the fire, because it will act as a blanket on the layer of blanket on the fire, and it will cut the supply of oxygen. And okay, so answer is option A. Next, when a longitudinal wave moves through a certain medium, the quantity which is transmitted through the medium is. So longitudinal wave, we can take example of sound wave, because sound wave is a longitudinal wave, and you can see here sound is produced by vibrating objects. The matter or substance through which sound is transmitted is called medium. Sound moves through a medium from a point of generation to the listener. When an object vibrates, it sets the particles of medium around it vibrating The particles do not travel all the way. Okay, it just vibrates the particles, but the particle itself doesn't moves. That means the material of the medium does not moves. Okay, only the energy is transmitted, not the medium. So our answer is option B. Let's move to next question. The number of neutrons inside the nucleus of element uranium 235. If you have seen in anywhere, it must be written 92 and 235. That means 92 is the atomic number and 235 is the atomic mass. So mass number is equals to neutron plus proton, and this is number of proton. So 235 equals to neutron plus proton, that is 92. So n equals to 5 minus 2 3 and 13 143. So there are 143 neutrons. Answer is option C. Next question. A snowboard pulled up by a tow rope travel at a rate of 5 meter per second. That means velocity is here 5 meter per second. Then if 3000 watt of power is used, so power is 3000 watt, then what was the force applied? We know that power is the rate of doing work, that means work by time. Work can be again changed into force into displacement, okay, by time. Now here S by T, that means it displacement by time, it is nothing but velocity. So power equals to force into velocity. Now apply this formula. 3000 equals to force into velocity 5. So here force equals to 3000 divided by 5. So we get our answer 5 6 30, that means 600 Newton force. Okay, so it was a quite easy question. You just need to apply the concept. So answer is option C. Next question. Which one of the following is not true for electromagnetic waves? The concept of electromagnetic waves is given in higher NCERT, but it is an important concept, so you should know the characteristics of electromagnetic waves. But you can just solve this question by knowing one fact, that sound is a longitudinal wave, okay, and light is a transverse wave. You know this? Okay, now you must have seen electromagnetic spectrum, okay, and this electromagnetic spectrum contains visible light. That means visible light is a electromagnetic wave and it is a transverse wave. That means electromagnetic wave is not a longitudinal wave, and this way we get our answer. Electromagnetic wave is not a longitudinal wave, it is a transverse wave. Okay, so sometimes you can solve questions by applying or eliminating the options, and the question was asking what not correct, so this is the only option which is not correct, otherwise all the options are correct. Okay, this is also correct. So let's move to next question. Which one of the following is not an electromagnetic wave? So question, same question, by just knowing one concept you can solve two questions here. So next question is not an electromagnetic wave, that means light wave is electromagnetic wave, radio wave is and microwave. You just remember the electromagnetic spectrum, okay, where visible UV, X, gamma, okay, here you can find infra, micro, radio. So radio, light wave, radio wave and microwave are the part of electromagnetic spectrum, that means they are electromagnetic wave, and sound wave is a longitudinal wave, thus it is not an electromagnetic wave. So this is wrong and our answer is option C. Next question. Brilliance of diamond, a question asked in various examination. Just mark this question, mark this option. Answer is option D. Total internal reflection is the phenomenon behind the brilliance of diamond. Okay, next question. Phyreotropite are the plants adapted to growing. So remember the answer is arid. Okay, these are the plants. You must be known about xerophytes. These are type of xerophytes. Okay, but these pherophytes have deep roots. Okay, they have deep roots so that they can survive in an arid climate. So answer is option C. Next, which one of the following organisms belong to Coelenterata? Again, question from chapter 7. This chapter is very important. So where you can see that there are only two examples given, Hydra and Sea anemone. So you should remember these examples, and if you had remembered these these examples, you must get the right option as C. So answer is option C. Next, bending up shoot of a plant towards light. If it is bending towards light, it is known as phototropism. Okay, and bending of shoot towards light is positive phototropism. If it was root towards light, then it would have negative phototropism. So bending of shoot, then it is positive phototropism. Next question. Epidermal cells of plant roots increase their absorption surface by having, where you can see epidermal cells of the roots whose function is water absorption commonly bears long hair-like part greatly increases. Okay, so that is nothing but root hairs. So they uses root hairs. Answer is option B. Next question. Quartz is extensively used as piezoelectric material. It contains Si and oxygen, silica and oxygen. So answer is option B. Remember this question, it is important question. Next, which one of the following is used from water softening? Again, you will get the question related to hard water and soft water. So this question has been taken from higher NCERT, and just remember the answer. Answer is option C. Okay, wait a minute. Yes, now let's move to next question. If formula of sodium salt of an anion is Na2X, okay, Na2X, so that means 2 must be valency of this and 1 is the valency of this, and we know the valency of sodium is 1. Now if we have to make a formula with Al, we have to exchange valencies, so 3 and 2, so it will be Al2X3. So answer is option C. C is the correct answer. Al2X3. Next question. Which one of the following is not a luminous object? So the object which is not having its own light is a non-luminous object. Sun is having its own light, so it is a luminous object. Electric lamp is a luminous object. Candle is a luminous object, but moon doesn't have its own light. So answer is option D. This is a repeated question. It has been asked similar question, exactly same question has been asked earlier. Okay. Next, when a beam of white light is allowed to fall on prism, the maximum deviation of emerging light, a number of it has been asked number of times in various examinations, not only in UPSC. So you can see here the red light bends the least while the violet light bends the most. So answer is option B. You can also see here violet bends the most. Next, which one cannot be exhibited by sound waves? So you must have read about reflection and refraction till class 10, and these two phenomena, interference and polarization, are given in class 12. Interference is possible but polarization is not possible. Interference is the superimposition of two or more waves. So this is possible in case of sound wave, but polarization is not possible. So answer is option D. Remember this. It is also asked in a number of times. So this is also important question. Just remember the answer. Next question. Principle involved in paper chromatography is, okay. So although the method chromatography has been mentioned in NCERT, but you cannot get to know directly which methods, which is the principle behind chromatography. But by reading, the ink that we use has water as a solvent and the dye is soluble in it. As the water rises on filter paper, it takes along with it the dye particles. Usually a dye is a mixture of two or more colors. The color component that is more soluble in water rises faster, and in this way the color gets separated. So from here, so let's first eliminate the options which are least. Absorption. Now partition and solubility. Solubility is there, but due to the solubility, partition is used. That means solute and solvents are partitioned, and answer is option B. Okay, so remember this answer. Next question. Okay, so we are done with the science questions of CAPF 2019, and this paper was quite easy. Almost all the questions has reference from NCERT, and more than 90% questions were from class 9 and 10, and direct questions were. So I think if you have revised all the chapters of class 9 and 10, you can score at least 90%. There is no chance of making mistake because these questions are very easy questions. Okay, that's why I suggest each and everyone to go through PYQs, because by going through PYQ we know from where the questions are being asked, and then we will read that source and we can score 100% in the next examination. So I hope I'm clear in each and every explanation. If you have any doubt, please comment, please ask doubt, and also please you can suggest which topic should I the PYQ of which topic should I bring in the next videos. So I will prioritize my videos on your recommendation. Okay, or if you have any doubt regarding the questions, explanation of the questions, or the details of examinations like CDS, CAPF, okay, or NDA, you can directly connect with me on different social media platforms like Telegram, Instagram, or WhatsApp. The link of all these social media handles I had given in description box, so please go through the description box, and you can also join my Telegram channel PYQ Academy. Link has also been provided in the description box. So I hope I'm clear in all my explanations. So if you like the video, then do share the content to all your friends who are preparing for all these exams. Okay, and remember, if you are preparing for CAPF, you can also watch the videos of NDA and CDS as well, because PYQ are repeated from in one exam to another exam, as well as the syllabus is same, so it will be a revision for you. So don't miss other videos in this channel. Okay, so thank you so much for watching PYQ Academy.